Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, dear seekers of the truth. Today we are reading again from this beautiful little book, Wonderful Krishna, which contains excerpts from talks of Kadamba Kanana Swami. And today, in this episode, we are reading about just a playful boy. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Krishna is just like a boy who is playing with his own reflections. So, like a boy sitting at a water reservoir playing with his own reflections, Krishna is playing with his own energies. The material world is a shadow reflection, pratibimba, of the original spiritual world. Therefore, the material world resembles the spiritual world in a general way, although as a mere shadow, lacking all the varieties of opulence of the original. Evam parishvanga kara bimasha snigdek shanodama vilasa hasaya reme ramesho vrachasundari pia Yatha Bakasva Pratibimba Vibrama, from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:33-16. Lord Krishna, the original Lord Narayan, master of the goddess of fortune, took pleasure in the company of the young women of Braj by embracing them, caressing them, and glancingly lovingly at them as he smiled his broad, playful smiles. It was just like a child playing with his own reflections. Therefore, by observing the material world, one can understand something about the nature of the spiritual world. However, the spiritual world is Satchit Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, and the material world is temporary, full of ignorance and suffering. We are hearing about Krishna, about the supreme absolute truth, the supreme person who is acting just as a playful boy in his appearance as Krishna in Vrindavan 5,000 years ago. We hear these pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam, as Kadamba Kanana Swami quoted here from the 10th canto. And the scriptures and the acharyas, the authorities on the path of Bhakti Yoga, they are reflecting that Krishna was just like a child playing with his own reflection. Because Krishna himself is the source of all energies and the source of all living entities. He is the master of all gods, of all demigods, and of all human beings, of all animals. He is the supreme person. And we also hear that the material world is a shadow reflection, pratibimba, of the original spiritual world. So it's a shadow reflection, as the reflection of ourself on a water surface is just a reflection of ourself. It's not the real self. It appears to be, it may appear to be real. Similarly, this material world, being temporary, full of ignorance and suffering, appears to be the reality. But we hear that the spiritual world is Satchit Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. So we hear from Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita that the soul is, the Atma, is Satchit Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. Therefore, it's so beneficial for the soul to hear about Krishna and to hear about these topics of self-realization in in connection to Krishna. What I find very interesting is that Krishna appeared as a little boy, and this may raise questions. Why does God appear as a little boy? And the real question is, why not? Krishna appears however he likes to appear. He is not forced into a specific form as we are. We are born by force. We don't choose this appearance, this temporary vehicle of the body. Krishna can choose, and we hear from the scriptures like the Srimad Bhagavatam, which explains all kinds of incarnations of God, that he appears in the form of a boar to pick up the earth from the lower regions of the universe. He appears as half man, half lion. He appears as Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, in so many different forms, because he can. And we hear from the Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya shadushkritam dhamma samsthapanataya sambhavami yoge yoge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants and to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. Krishna appears millennium after millennium to deliver his devotees and to annihilate the miscreants, the atheists, and the demons. In this age, Krishna appeared in a very special form to do this task. In this age, Krishna didn't come with a club or a disc to annihilate the demons of this world, to relieve the burden of this world. Krishna appeared in the form of his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in this form, in this incarnation of his holy name, with this weapon of the chanting of the holy name, Krishna destroys the demonic tendencies in the hearts of the living beings of this age on this earth. So, take advantage of this. Chant the holy names of the Lord, get in contact with the Lord, and realize your own self as Satchit Ananda, as eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. Hare Krishna.